All right, guys, trying a little bit of market open, more live trading. We ended up yesterday. I got one NQ going short right now. Yesterday slash whatever you want to do the time frame for the short day. Over a POC pretty heavily. So we closed way up here on volume area high in NQs, and then right on the POC, we assume we're going to get some a little bit of a bounce point, right? So we're going to come back down from high to POC to potential roll, right? So now we just have to sit tight and see exactly where we're going to end up on the short, because we do obviously have two gaps open, 17, 760, 17, 747. And we have to come back down to fill those gaps, and we have a gap open, right? So layover day right here, also 17, 724. So we're going to see if we can't get those to fill here at the opening volatility, because we are a little extended on that top side there with the volume area highs closing way up there. So again, if it presses a little bit higher, whatever, that's fine. Let it do whatever it wants to do. I'm just going to let it kind of work. But we're riding that 666. You can see on that minute chart here on the purple. So the last couple interactions we had with the 666. Oh, I just tried to open my drawing tool, but got the whole steam. The last interaction we had that 666, we had to little double bottom area there, and that's fine. That pushed us up, scammed us up. That actually set us up for a really nice short at the morning, because we were channeling back here. Then we got the 666, 666, came down for the bottom, pushed, and that just gives us a nice lower high setup potential to potentially fail back down and get some of these indicators to start running with us here on the curve, because right now we got a lot of oversold stuff there on Tradeovate. We got to look at the real chart here on the Qs. Yeah, we're oversold here a little bit there. So let's see if this dump here at the start has like a resolution for a reset here, but max still looks good. We didn't really go full cool there on the RSI 1 minutes. So, but we are at POC. We should hold this and kind of pop back, get into that like 100 EMA, 17.8. 17,786 here, 100 EMA. Let me cut this right here.
Order filled.
We should get back there for a pop test, because we need a back test, because we popped up over the 100 EMA and now just snapped it. Now we were trending above it, obviously. Now we are below it. So we will be watching for a nice little pop to drop here. If we can muster something up here, we got to see what we get. But yeah, right now we're in a opportunity to fail back down to some of the early gaps as well. We have a big ES gap here that is quite close as well. Just got to lose POC and down. So I think I'm going to chase the ES with the PA accounts here. It's got to get to the appropriate contract size as always.
Order filled.
So I'm going to go for that one. We're at the low view app right now. There we go. We're getting some bust down here on the other accounts. These are all the Apex accounts. These are all just starting baby greens here as well. But yeah, we're gonna slowly but surely kind of let this one manifesto into 50.22. I know it's only about a point, but everything counts. So we do need a back test and a push higher to kind of renegotiate entries, because once we speed up past the volume area low, I'm going to close.
Order filled.
I always close out, and I really like to hold true to what we're doing here as far as the scalp goes. So just got to get some ES ask fills here. Then we should be able to pop down 1 point. We just got to fill at 2023, fill 2020. I'm sorry, 50.22 and 50.23. So we're going to get under this volume area low here. I still want to see a little bit of a pop back here. I don't know if we're going to get something that perfect, but we'll see. NQ is acting very clean right now. NQ is one of the better ones for the short here at the open. We don't have any kind of gaps to worry about. We should just do the flush here. So yeah, that's about it. We're going to see where this ES kind of plows through. And if ES gets picked up, that's best case scenario, because we get a point back up this way or fill back up towards here. Back test, I don't know, maybe 100 EMA there as well in the 1 minute before it all goes back down. That would be a best case scenario for us on the ES trade, because we could actually stack up ES contracts then on the PA. So we could come back up and actually get 2 points to the downside here to the 50.22 fill. So points of interest, obviously we were at a base, right? We got low from 1 minute, low from 1 minute, and oscillation indicators are oversold. So you don't want to be heavy positional down here where you're going to have to be fighting this whole thing, because this on ES is fine. We can go up a point on a couple contracts. What's 100, 125 red? That's nothing. So when we pop and gives us a better entry, either under the purple regular VWAP, under POC, or even a back test of where we want it, way up at that 100 EMA or higher, and then we could find a float down. Both of these have gaps to fill on the lower side. So we'll be looking into that for the trade. Still pretty heavy here there on the NQ. Get some more follow through candles, which perfectly fine. We got some gaps down there a lot of gaps down there that need to be filled, that were shied and pushed up here. So we are definitely going to be looking into the bounce to short, though. Like you said, there's way too low. It is extended. We're RSI cool. We're far on the MAC, right? So we got -2 VWAP anchor. So that's a big one. And then back to 5022. So maybe the two scenarios we look for here is obvious: the push to gap and then the pop and then the drop, or the pop and then the drop to gap and then the pop and the secondary. So it's very simple for confirmation. We look for either the back test of a moving average that we have sliced through right there, opening today with the 200 SMA and 100 EMA, or we're going to look for a continued drop through the gap and then bounce out of support, maybe catch some resistance on the back test. I think we're going to bounce first, so I'm not getting into too many crazy big trades. I'm going to wait for a little bit of a pop back up here on the Qs, see if I can't get a back test of that 100 EMA. POC should become support, push back up, just because that RSI is very low. Same thing happened here at ES. We're not looking for anything to the easy downside right now. It should pick back up to back test that 100 EMA here. So we'll see what we get out of that. All right. Usually we get a little better volatility here, a little better speed, but I think that's a thing of the past here. Let's see. Ooh, nice break. And again, I'm already short a couple of the ES. Oh, you can't even see that. From the average here. For some reason, it's not showing P&L, my average, because of the bid ask most likely, but 50, 23, 20 and a quarter. Live trade price is down here at about a quarter. So these actually, depending on the spread, obviously should be green, but the bid ask is probably over the entry here. So let it get back down and get to 50, 22. There's the green starting right there. I want to watch the gap here. So I got to pay attention to this, because if we come to that 50, 22 here in a sec, I got to make sure my orders are out and I got to get out.
Order filled.
Boom, there it is, order filled. So I have my order out for the first gap fill. That is completed. So on the 2 PA accounts, the real accounts that we got here, we got almost $2,500. We're cruising through here. Not doing too bad at all. Why is my drawdown not? Maybe that's commission drawdown. But yeah, $304, doing pretty well here. And the continuation, way outside of all Mary Lows, coming down into that first small gap here for the NQs and trend line. So if Qs actually comes into this gap, I might actually buy a little scalp there on this gap at 17,759. Very nice follow through there. ES too. Should have left a little bit of a run there, but we're pretty far under volume area low, which is up here at 50, 22.5. We're getting trend line and almost gap support here on NQ. Kind of want to see a little bounce here in NQ, so I might snag a little bit here on this gap, even though the gaps aren't being respected that well. So let's see here. Okay, I tried to fill.
Order filled.
Candle was too. Oh, okay, one fill happened. The green candle was a little too fast there.
Order filled.
As we're getting into the old trade. We can come back down just a smidge, just to touch that gap, and then potentially bounce here. We got trend line. We're under volume area low, so the gap should fill right here. There we go. This should be the bounce point of the gap. Hopefully we can get a little jam here. I might actually switch over here. Let me jump in on these other accounts on NQ for 2.
Order filled.
There's the big ding for the apex blow. Dun, dun, dun. One of those apex counts only had like a $200 left drawdown, so that one was going to pop. It did not get grouped with my other ones, and we got a little fat finger there, so no big deal. We got the 2 P accounts right here. Like I said, I'm trying to pick up a little bit of the gap bounce here. We're super extended to the downside, so I'm going to pick up a couple more NQs here.
Order filled.
I got to see where my TOS is here, though. So got a couple fills there. We got 3 NQ on the bounce so far. And again, I'm just looking to get back to maybe a trend line, back to volume area low. So I got to watch where the volume area low is right here at 17,763. So we got $400, $500 right there. Let me sell an ask.
Order filled.
Order filled. Boom. Huge, huge. And
Order filled.
called that. All right, so 2 more P accounts. 2 big trades there. We got 6. We got 775 on the day now, which brings our P accounts up to 2,929. So we are ready. Like I said in the last video, we'd be ready for March payout on the 1st. We only got a couple, like $170 to make. Beautiful bounce catch there. I'll leave this one for now until market open probably tomorrow. I do like to respect the 30% rule in the Apex, but thanks for tuning in. Another live trade there. As we got the dump on the PAs, my other Apexes are still going. On the regular, one of those popped. The other ones had a lot more drawdown, but that's okay. And then we got the PAs up 775. So 750 with the commissions. But all right, stay tuned for the next.